Understanding antitrust through real estate practice. In the previous section, we established the legal framework of antitrust law and emphasized that all compensation and business practices must be independently determined between the agent and their client. This section builds on that foundation by translating those legal principles into real-world scenarios that real estate professionals encounter every day. The goal is not only to understand the law, but to recognize how easily a violation can occur in routine business conversations. Antitrust law, particularly the Sherman Act, prohibits any agreement, formal or informal, that restrains trade. In real estate, this most commonly arises in conversations between competitors regarding commission structures, cooperation, or business practices. These violations do not require a written contract. A casual agreement, or even conduct suggesting coordination, can be enough to trigger liability. Key terms: every agent must respect. Boycott, price fixing, antitrust, treble damages. These are not theoretical risks. They represent real exposure to loss of license, significant financial penalties, damage to brokerage reputation. In today's real estate environment, especially following industry changes requiring clear, negotiated compensation agreements, these risks are heightened because agents are navigating new conversations around compensation more frequently than ever before. Price fixing, the most common violation. Price fixing occurs when competitors agree, directly or indirectly, to standardize pricing or compensation. This includes not only listing commissions, but also buyer-broker compensation, splits, or service fees. Example: 3 agents from different brokerages meet for coffee after a showing. One agent says, "I think we should all be at 2.5% on the buyer side. It just makes things consistent." The others agree. Even if nothing is written down, this conversation could be interpreted as an agreement to fix compensation. Under antitrust law, this is considered a per se violation, meaning it is automatically illegal without further analysis. Correct approach: each brokerage and each agent must independently determine compensation based on their own business model and client agreements, such as the buyer-broker agreement and seller compensation addendum. Group boycotts, when competition becomes collusion. A group boycott occurs when 2 or more competitors agree not to do business with a particular company, brokerage, or service provider. Example: a group of agents becomes frustrated with a limited service brokerage that offers lower fees. During an MLS meeting, several agents agree they will not show any of that company's listings. This is not a business decision. It is a coordinated refusal to compete, which is a per se antitrust violation. Correct approach: an individual agent may decide not to show a property based on their own business judgment or client agreement. However, that decision must be made independently, not as part of a group agreement. The danger of industry conversations. Many antitrust violations occur in informal settings: broker open houses, association meetings, networking events, text message groups. Example: at a broker meeting, someone asks, "What are you all charging these days?" Another responds, "We're all around the same, about 3%. Even if no agreement is made, repeated discussions like this can create the appearance of coordinated pricing, which regulators and courts take seriously. Best practice: avoid discussing commission rates, compensation structures, business strategies involving competitors. Redirect the conversation or remove yourself entirely. Limited service listings. Compete, don't collude. Limited service or flat fee listings are a growing part of the market. These listings may offer fewer services but are still legally valid and permitted in the MLS. Example: an agent says, "I don't want to deal with those listings. They don't pay enough." This is acceptable if it is your independent business decision and disclosed to your client in your buyer-broker agreement. However, if multiple agents agree together to avoid those listings, it becomes a group boycott. Modern compensation model: why antitrust matters more. Now, with the shift in the real estate industry, compensation is no longer assumed or broadly offered through blanket systems. Instead, it is negotiated, documented, transaction-specific. This means agents must rely on written agreements with their clients, not on assumptions or standard practices, not on coordination with other agents. Example: a buyer's agent tells a client, "We will only look at homes where the seller is offering compensation." This is acceptable only if disclosed and agreed to in writing with the client. It cannot be based on discussions with other agents or industry expectations. Treble damages: why the risk is real. Antitrust violations can result in treble damages, meaning the court can award 3 times the amount of actual damages. Example: If a violation results in $100,000 in damages, the court may award $300,000. This does not include attorney fees, regulatory penalties, reputational harm, the professional standard moving forward. As a real estate professional, your responsibility is clear. Operate independently. Advise your client. Document everything. You are no longer operating in a system where compensation is implied. You are operating in a system where every decision must be transparent, documented, and client-driven. Bringing it all together. This section ties directly to the previous discussions on buyer representation agreements, seller compensation addendums, disclosure obligations. The consistent theme is this: your business decisions must originate from your relationship with your client, not from conversations with competitors. When you follow this principle, you not only comply with the law, you also elevate your professionalism and protect your business long-term. Online discussion. Question: why are casual conversations about commissions dangerous? Answer: because they can create the appearance of coordination or price fixing between competitors, even if no formal agreement exists. Question: what makes a violation per se under antitrust law? Answer: it means the action is automatically considered illegal without needing further proof of harm or intent. Question: how should agents properly handle compensation decisions in today's market? Answer: by negotiating directly with their clients and documenting those terms in written agreements, not discussing them with competitors.